The Seadogs podcast, all things Scarborough Athletic FC.
Yeah, welcome to episode 52 of the Seadogs podcast from me, Paddy Billington, and this is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire Coast, and the radio station that brings you full match commentary every Scarborough game, home and away, with Walker & Co Chartered Accountants, local people looking after local books for local businesses on the Yorkshire Coast, and that is on our extra service. So coming up in this episode then, well, what a week it's been. It was a great 1-0 win over Darlington on Easter Monday following the 1-1 draw at Spennymoor. Now, I've been recording quite a bit at those two matches. We've recorded a lot of Scarborough fans talking about their thoughts after the news broke about the pitch and the fact that North Yorkshire Council say they don't know when the work will even start on the relaying of the pitch, and they don't know when it will be completed because they found some serious problems, some serious defects with the drainage system. So we don't really know, even at this stage now. I'm recording this on Wednesday, the 23rd of April. We still don't know any sort of time frame whatsoever. We don't know how things are going to pan out for next season. There's a lot still to be sorted out. So fans' reaction to that. Also, I've spoken to Scarborough Whitby's MP Alison Hume. She was at the home game against Darlow on Easter Monday. Had a chat with her at half-time. You'll hear that and more on episode 52 of the Seadogs podcast. Well, there's been a huge amount of reaction to the last episode where I spoke to a very emotional Scarborough Athletic chairman, Trevor Bull, who was reduced to tears on several times as he talked about his feelings after the news had broken about the pitch. You can listen to that and all the other episodes that we've ever recorded in a number of different places. You can find us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube Podcasts, and always thisisthecoast.co.uk/podcasts. And if you do subscribe, then you'll get a notification whenever we release a new episode. And here we are at episode 52 right now. So thank you so much for continuing to listen to the podcast. So let's start in sort of chronological order. Let's go back to Spennymoor away on Good Friday, and just before kick-off we started the commentary feed about 15 minutes early actually, and I spoke to a load of fans in the away end just to get their reaction to the news about the pitch. But the first person I spoke to was Scarborough Athletics Finance Director Tim Rowe.
Well, it's not good news, obviously, and it's not what we wanted to hear at the beginning of this week. But we will find a solution. We don't know what it is yet, but we will find one. So it's not good, but we have to deal with curveballs thrown at us.
Yeah, what a curveball it is as well. Great to see so many Scarborough fans turning out today to cheer on the Boro.
Absolutely. I mean, they always support us everywhere we go. Well, we're all fans, board included, but there's always lots of Scarborough here, especially when we actually haven't got anything to play for. It's tremendous to see. It shows how much the club means to people.
What has been good in the last few days is how everyone has come together in terms of the fans, but also, politicians, councillors recently. There is a real desire, isn't there, to get this problem fixed, whatever that may be.
Yeah, there is. Look, I mean, we can talk about how we've ended up in this situation, whether that's from a council perspective or football club perspective, but what we need now is a solution. And what I can say is, from where my standpoint is that everybody is trying to find a solution. We'll worry about the blame game later.
Enjoy the game. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate that. Go on, introduce yourself.
Louis Palmer.
Your thoughts on the pitch then?
The situation with the relaying of the pitch, right? Can't swear, so I'll have to put it in little terms. So I think the council knew a long time ago what was going on. So why we don't know now is beyond me. So I don't know, but we'll get there. Up the Boro.
We're doing the feed already. Before we do commentary, just tell us your name, John, and
Gareth Swain.
Right, what are your thoughts on the news that's happened this week?
Well, it's a bit devastating really, but I say it's hopefully something will be sorted out. Hopefully North Yorkshire Council will man up to their responsibilities.
There's a lot of headaches, isn't there, for the club to sort out, but the community's really come together in the last few days, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've pulled together. I hope we can sort it out, because don't leave our club.
Yeah, we can't lose another club, can we?
No, definitely not. There must be some, I don't know, I'm assuming the legal team are looking into things.
Who knows, there's a lot of conversations to be had. Let's have a little wander and see if we can get any more feedback from anybody. There's a few people looking like they would rather not be interviewed on the live feed. Just give us your name.
Stuart Welsh.
And
Gordon Toll.
Okay, what are your thoughts then on the news that we've had this week?
It's heartbreaking. It's a community club. We've done so much for the community. Not just that, it's young kids, it's the football club itself. And we're just being, I don't want to swear, but we're being shafted again, and they don't seem to care. They don't seem to care about Scarborough at all. It's all,
they're not here to respond. I suppose from their point of view, the people there now, the North Yorkshire Council, is different, isn't it, to what it was before. There's lots of questions that need to be answered. Let's just hope that North Yorkshire Council will see it as a priority to get it fixed.
well, yes, I agree, but at the end of the day, if they can't see that what the club does for the community, what it does for disabled people, for kids, we've got a huge academy, and are they just going to let that go? Because we seem to do more than a lot of other countries. Clubs tell us that they're proud of how we run our club, so why can't the council say that? That's all I can say, really. I'm gutted.
Obviously, it's not just the football club, which is huge. You've got Scarborough Ladies, you've got all the people that do use the pitch as well. So everyone's kind of been inconvenienced here, haven't they?
Well, I mean, how more inconvenienced can we be? Someone signed off on shoddy work when the ground was first built. Why has that been allowed to happen? I wouldn't be able to do that work. I'd get fired. So why has it been allowed to happen now?
I suppose, these are questions that need to be asked and answered. The big question is, how are we going to move forward? That's the big question. I mean, what's your gut feeling about what might end up happening next season? It looks likely that we won't be able to play, obviously, at Scarborough Sports Village. What do you think might be a favourable solution if there is one?
Well, we've been talking about it all the time. Who can we ground share with? I wouldn't like to go to York. I wouldn't like to go to Harrogate, but I'd do it so I can watch my team. But how can we get past it? The council's got to help us first. That's what it boils down to all the time. We're hoping for the council to help us, and I'm not hopeful about that, to be honest. I don't know what else to say to you.
Thanks for your time.
So my name's Paul, long life Scarborough Athletic fan. I just can't believe things have come down to this. It's everything we've built up over the last few years, and all my friends who I've built up over the years, and I could not imagine Saturday without football, and I just hope things get sorted sooner rather than later.
Puts into perspective, isn't it, when we're having a bit of a whinge about performances here and there, and we lost this game, and we should have won by more and all that. Suddenly the club's in danger again.
It definitely is in danger, but we're going to get there, aren't we? This is a little setback, but today we're going to win, and then in the last game at Peterborough we're going to win, and we're going to be back there, aren't we?
Yeah, and what great numbers of Boro fans have turned up today as well, and I imagine it's going to be huge on Monday, isn't it?
Well, hopefully people who haven't got
tickets will turn up.
Tickets should give them more ammunition to come now on Monday, with everything what's happened.
Yeah, and who knows how long it'll be before we play another game there. That's the bizarre thing. It's going to be like a sad farewell, isn't it?
It's a very sad farewell, but on Monday we'll give it our all. I'm sure we will overrate it with the fans, and then hopefully some of them will come to Peterborough, and we can show that we are one loyal team to everything that we want to do.
I wonder if Dave Hunter will have a chat. What are your thoughts on this news this week? You've been a lifelong Boro fan.
Absolutely gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I saw one club go to wall, supported them since I've been 11 years of age. I did 10 years, me and my wife, doing catering, and I always remember Mitch Cook coming to me, you've got an hour to get everything out of that ground what belongs to you, when we did the catering. And now we got the gates, we put the gates down there, and now all this has happened. I'm absolutely gutted. I've just been talking to Trevor, and he just says, let's just wait and see what happens.
That's all you can do, isn't it? Really, it's all we can do.
Yeah, it is, Paddy. But I mean, I just look. I mean, what North Yorkshire County Council need to know is once this season finishes, how money comes in through season tickets, it comes in through advertising, sports, shirts and all that. Then the players are going to be, they won't know what to do. They don't want to stay here, go somewhere else. I'm absolutely gutted, but let's see what happens.
All right, thanks Dave, cheers. I may well not get back to the commentary position before we start, but you know what, really important to get the thoughts, thank you, really important to get the thoughts of the Scarborough fans on that news we've had this week. Cheers, thank you. So that was fans' reaction at Spennymoor on Good Friday. So attention then turned to Monday and the big home game against Darlington. Always a big fixture, especially especially on a bank holiday weekend. But even more reason to go along. The final home league game of the season and the final home league game at Scarborough Sports Village for who knows how long. Well, fans really did turn out in great number to cheer on the Boro. Scarborough's MP, Alison Hume, was in attendance. I spoke to her at half-time. We only had a couple of minutes. So, Alison Hume, MP for Scarborough and Whitby, what have you made of your experience at Scarborough Athletic today, considering everything that's been going on?
Oh, it's amazing atmosphere. There must be 2,000 people here. It's just like one big family, and the love for the club is so obvious. And I was handed a letter from 16-year-old Charlie Hall, who's got cerebral palsy, and he's been saying to me, well, in the letter it's really moving, that he does feel that the club have welcomed him and that he forgets about his disability. He follows the live commentary on This Is the Coast Radio, and he's really worried that, the problems with the pitch are going to mean that they won't be able to play here. And that's my job. My job is to ask the right questions of the right people and get this resolved as quickly as possible.
And the club are very grateful, of course, to have that pressure. It looks like that Scarborough are going to have to play home games away. There's a lot to be decided, isn't it? But like you say, Charlie's a great example of someone that is just sitting there on the terraces in a chair, a wheelchair, great view, listening to commentary on a special microphone system set up. All that is at risk, isn't it?
Absolutely, and what I've realised today really clearly is this club is at the heart of the town because of the volunteers that make it the club that it is. Not only is it 100% owned by the fans, but everybody puts their spare time into it. And so you've got the most fantastic atmosphere. Everybody cares. And, it's not just the main team here. We've got the ladies team. There's 250 kids that play here, in the junior teams. And then there's all the outreach work that goes on. This is a massive part of the fabric of Scarborough.
And it's given you a real insight into, like say, what the club means to the town. So you'll just keep fighting for the good of the club.
Absolutely, I'm here for the club, and I'm going to keep fighting for the pitch issue to be resolved as soon as possible.
Right, well, the game is getting back underway, so we better take our seats. Thank you so much for your time, appreciate it. So that was Scarborough and Whitby MP Alison Hume, who was impressed by what she saw and promised to put pressure on North Yorkshire Council to find a resolution as quickly as possible for Scarborough Athletic FC. So the game finished 1-0 to Scarborough. Great for all those fans who'd come on to cheer the Seadogs. Here's the moment the goal went in. Commentary from Ant Taylor, who was back in the commentary box for the first time in a year.
Waldron on the left-hand side again. Green just cutting on the inside. Waldron will get a cross in there. That's a goal! 1-0 for Scarborough!
Fair to say he enjoyed the goal, and after the match there was a lap of honour. Lots of fans stuck around to cheer on the team applauding the fans back, and while that was happening I spoke to Scarborough's chairman Trevor Bull, emotional again. Trevor, as the Scarborough players take the ovation from the fans, what are your feelings after this final game at home this season?
Well, I don't know why I was so nervous towards the end, because the game didn't really mean anything, but just great to finish our home season with a win. Well deserved against a good club. We've always had big battles against Darlington, but what a turnout. Over 2,000 people care about us.
It's weird, isn't it, because actually there was the excitement of taking the lead, and then as we got into those final few moments I started feeling sad.
Yeah, I did. I don't know why, but yeah, I did. It's a strange feeling, but all be well. We'll be back here before too long, and we'll just keep this going.
And that's the thing, you couldn't have wished for a better day really to send the message out that this club means something to the community.
No, perfect. Everyone's shown the club off in great light. Our MP was down here, she thought this place was amazing, so she's going to tell the world.
Thanks, Trevor. Thanks very much. Now, in a moment, we're going to hear Scarborough Athletics manager John O'Greening with his thoughts on everything that's going on at the moment and his reaction to the support from the fans at the home game against Darlington. But first, Ella Wilson kindly wandered around the stadium at the home game against Darlington and recorded more fans' reaction to the news about the pitch and their hopes for the future. Here's what she got.
Oh, it's devastating, isn't it? It's great to have a local team back again. We've come this far to get to this point, and then next thing you know, it's all going to go. But hopefully they'll come to some kind of solution.
It's just a community thing. You can see there's a lot of people down here today supporting Scarborough, playing Darlington for nothing really. Unfortunately, we can't go up, we can't go down. There's still a lot of people here, supporting the team. It's a real shame we've in this situation.
It's important for everybody. It's part of the community. I mean, everyone around here, all the businesses support Scarborough, and as you can tell, everyone's come down today to support Scarborough. And if we don't have it next season, I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest, because it's a pillar of the community and it's really important for people's mental health as well.
There's 250 children in the academy, and my dad also does walk-in football here as well. So going forward, it's going to be disappointing if this isn't sorted out.
Some people live for football, and if this goes, especially people who come alone, live at home alone, come here to speak to people, just to get out for the day. Yep. So things like that. So it needs... something needs to be sorted. They can't go back to playing at Brid or Whitby, which good that they did, but they can't do that again. It needs to stay here because people just love it. And it's just something to do on a weekend. Yeah, simple as that, really. And it brings a lot of money to the town.
Scarborough fans speaking to Ella Wilson there at the Boro Darlington win. After the game, I spoke to John O'Greening for Scarborough Athletic SC TV. We reflected on the situation, but firstly, I wanted to point out how Wally and others had celebrated with the crowd when we got that goal.
I didn't really have to tell the players, knew anyway, but we, reminded them before the game how important today is. There was going to be a big crowd, loads of fans coming down to support them. We wanted them to show that, they've got a team that they can be proud of. I think we definitely have that, and, like you say, Wally's he's a great kid. He's on loan, but he absolutely loves it here. Celebrating like mad. Keys are obviously great finish. Probably shouldn't have been that high up. He was playing right back, and he's got into the box and got on the end of a cross. So.
Is that because you've been sticking him up front recently?
Yeah, maybe. And he's been doing well in training, crossing and finishing and shooting and stuff. So he's probably thought, I fancy this, and he's got himself in the box, and it's an absolute unbelievable finish, to be honest. I think he celebrated. His granddad died unfortunately a couple of days ago. Thoughts and prayers with their family, and I think he celebrated up to him. Sometimes it's things like that happen for a reason, and it's a nice little touch for Keys. He'll remember that.
Absolutely. Yeah, thoughts of him and his family with that. And were you feeling like us at the end of the game? You're looking forward to the final whistle because your team's going to win, but there was also this sadness that started to come across us as well, feeling like, obviously it's a very uncertain future with the state of the pitch and all that sort of stuff that we all know about. But were you feeling it, especially when you did that lap of honour? Yeah, it was a little bit strange, and it was nice to obviously applaud the fans for all the support this year and the support we've had the last 4 years. Obviously the club's massive to a lot of people. I'm sure the chairman and Fred and all the directors are going to find the best solution for the team. We just said to the players in there, all we can do is put in good performances, show that we care, with our performances on the pitch, and try and win games of football. We've probably got the easiest bit of it, you know what I mean? And then obviously we're there to support everybody else behind the scenes, to try and find a solution and a way forward. And I'm sure we'll do that over the next 3 or 4 weeks. And this is a credit to you, because there's a number of players who've been here for a long time now. Players that come in love playing for this club, don't they? And that, in an uncertain situation, as we head to the final game of the season, that is something really strong as we head into this period of uncertainty, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. I think I think we've probably got 80% of the team that's been here since I've been here 4 years. We try and do our homework on players, what they're like, off the pitch. We try and set a culture where, it's demanding, and we demand high standards, but we want them to enjoy themselves as well. We want them to enjoy playing football. I think the biggest thing for me, what I've taken out of my career, when you're enjoying training and you're enjoying playing and you're enjoying, the atmosphere and the fans and everyone's together, I think you play your best football. And that's what we try to bring to the table. And the players, got to take a lot of credit for that, because they come in and, They get really involved with everything. So, it's pleasing that, we can get good people into the club. Obviously, you have to be good footballers as well, but, we do really well in that kind of thing. And finally, what would your message be to the powers, above, just to urge them to try and help find a solution for the club as soon as possible? Yeah, I think for me, I'm quite relaxed. Obviously got the whole of my trust in chairman and the board to come up with a solution with the North Yorkshire Council. I think, there's got to be a solution. At the end of the day, we all want this club to go further and strive to be better, and we obviously need their help to get it done. And
said to the boys in there, wherever it is, if we're here next season, if we can get to play another year on this pitch, or if we have to go on ground share somewhere, we'll give it a hell of a shot and proper go for promotion again, like you always do at the start of the season. So nothing will change. For us, it's just about winning games of football and trying to do well in all the cup competitions.
Scarborough boss John O'Greening speaking to me for Scarborough Athletic FC TV shortly after the final whistle blew at the 1-0 home win against Darlington. So as we record this, we still don't have any more information on how the future will look for Scarborough Athletic and home games. What we do know is that serious defects have been found underneath the pitch, so a lot of extra work needs to be done before a new pitch can be relaid. It could cost millions of pounds. It could take 44 weeks. We don't know when the work is due to start. We don't know when it is due to finish. There will be a council meeting all about this at some point. One thing we do know is that a petition has begun on change.org, and it's calling on North Yorkshire Council to take immediate action and restore the 3G pitch at Scarborough Sports Village for the future of Scarborough Athletic Football Club and the community's sporting pride. And it's now got well over 2,300 signatures. Right, we will wrap up the Seadogs podcast, episode 52, with Walker & Co Chartered Accountants, with the latest Boro news. Scarborough's North Riding Senior Cup final against Middlesbrough under-21s has been confirmed for Thursday the 1st of May, and it'll be at the Riverside Stadium in Middlesbrough. And before that, we got one final league match in the National League North, and that is away to Peterborough Sports this Saturday. If you want to be there, maybe in fancy dress, as is tradition, then you can get your travel booked with Valley Bar Seadogs. And if you really can't make the game, I'll be bringing you full match commentary on This Is The Coast Extra. thisisthecoast.co.uk/extra. Get your Alexa to launch This Is The Coast Extra, or download the This Is The Coast app and switch station to Extra. It's really easy ways to listen to our commentary of Scarborough Athletic matches. And of course, we'll be at the Riverside Stadium on that Thursday night in May as well. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you for all the support for the Seadogs podcast up the Borough, and let's hope that we can find a resolution soon. We'll of course bring you the very latest news as we get it. We're pushing out a load of articles online at the moment and getting loads of stuff on air, so we're keeping very, very close to the club, and also we're keeping our ears closely to the ground for any word from North Yorkshire Council, etc. Thanks for listening to the Seadogs podcast.
This is the Post.